jumping out the window, I'm taking a leap of faith. And if you feel me, pump your fist. And if you let me...
Hello and welcome to this 2K Sports presentation of the WNBA. Tonight, it'll be the New York Liberty going up against the Seattle Storm. In the booth with Tim Swartz and Ryan Benefitemi, I'm Blake Zuniga, and we're glad to have you along for the ride. Off the tip, it's Seattle. Lexi Brown on the wing. Nailed from three-point land.
A confident shooter from deep. When Brown finds just a little space in the perimeter, she wastes no time firing away.
Inside, it's stolen by McGregor. Here's Heidemann. And the Storm, another three.
Such a sharp shooter. That's almost a layup for her. So wide open.
They get a hand on it. They're moving it up. From downtown. And again, Seattle with the triple.
Great outside shooting is really fueling this run.
And the D's just getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down.
Pass to Gardner. Back to Ionescu. To the middle. Gardner. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. Takes the three. Her shot is good, making her a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Red hot out of the gates. 4 for 4 shooting.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Screen by Stewart. Here's Ionescu. Rebound by Holmes.
Well, that's just not a sight you see very often because she has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when it's open.
They're off to an incredible start from long range.
Yeah, lighting it up from outside. Hard to keep up with this.
Outside Stewart. Lainey Hamilton. Pass to Jones. Fast break for the Storm. Here's Heidemann. And the Storm, another three.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the threes.
Yeah, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, non-existent.
McGregor with the ball. And it's Jones picking her up. And the Storm, another three.
Boy, Ryan, that's 5 straight made three-pointers. The defense giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide-open threes, but they just aren't figuring it out.
You go out there and tell them, Brian.
Okay, maybe I will.
Now here's Ionescu. Misses the layup.
0 for 4 to start. Still looking for their first make.
From beyond the arc, and the Storm, another three.
Huge advantage for them already.
Total control, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I'd look for this lead to get even bigger.
Absolutely.
Here's Ionescu. She's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Shot clock at 6. 2 on none, no one back to stop it. 3, McGregor drains it from beyond the arc.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over again.
They might have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Now here's Jones. To halt the run. And it's hauled in by McGregor.
Trying to get something going. They're 0 for 5 to start.
Here's Horston. And the Storm, another three.
The story here in the early stages is how well they've been shooting the ball.
An outstanding percentage. Look, this is how you want to start a ball game, am I right?
Yeah, it just sets a tone.
Ezzy McGregor with the steal. Here's Holmes. And again, Seattle with the triple.
And the defense looks stunned. I mean, Brian, it is triple after triple.
Yeah, they seem powerless to stop it. Just hoping they cool off, I guess.
It's going to take more than hope, though. It's going to take some actual defense.
Absolutely.
The defense really slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Bottom line is this. Those triples, they sure add up, don't they? They've got to make the adjustment.
Now here's Ionescu. Still getting warmed up. First. Jones. Down low. Here's Stewart. 5 to shoot. That one's off. She starts the game with a miss. Three-pointer. And the Storm, another break.
And their lead gets even more enormous. They play terrific basketball at both ends.
No doubt about it. I certainly can't think of an area where they've underperformed.
And neither can I.
And forcing turnovers, really fueling their offense.
Extra possessions, they're invaluable. And they've converted those extra possessions, most importantly, into points.
Now here is Ionescu. Another steal. Oh, and the fast break for the Storm. Here's Heidemann. And again, Seattle with the triple.
Can they make some sort of defensive adjustment? Because guess what? She is killing them from three-point range.
And even when they have closed out on her, she's still knocking them down. I mean, this is just an unbelievable performance we're seeing right now. Well, turnover is really becoming a key storyline in this one.
Yeah, sloppy play offensively, and that's put them in a disadvantage on defense, too.
Stewart with the bucket.
The incredible focus Stewart has. Even when the D gets physical, he stays with the play.
Pass to Horston. Expanding her range. And the Storm, another break.
The more touches she gets, the more the lead grows.
Now here's Lainey Hamilton. Horston defending. And here is Stewart. Back to Lainey Hamilton. 6 to shoot. Izzy Magmagor, get that shot out of here. Lets the three fly. And that one's good. Heidemann.
They've made one bucket after another since getting this game started. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet, Tim. I wouldn't go that far, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
Now here's Horston. She's got 15. Drops in the tray.
She is showing a killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend this lead.
They're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. They got to score.
Here's Holmes. And again, Seattle with the triple.
They are doing some damage from downtown, guys.
Which is the main reason they're sitting on this huge early lead. What shooting.
Just an aerial display from beyond the arc.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Storm.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Pass to Horston. Trying her luck from deep. Lucky 7 drops right in. She's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
Unreal. She's off to a phenomenal start, guys.
7 for 7 already, and she just looks to be on a different level than everyone else right now.
Stewart. And that time also missed a shot.
Her shooting numbers slipping this quarter.
3, Magmagor. And again, Seattle with the triple.
They are wreaking havoc on them with the three-point shot today.
The defense unable to stop them even when they've gotten a hand up. It hasn't seemed to matter.
Now here's Ionescu. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Stewart misses.
She's going to play her way right onto the bench, and she continues to shoot the ball like she has this quarter.
And you can't help but really pick on their defense. They're completely in disarray.
Everything's coming much too easily. I mean, you've got to take something away.
Now here's Lainey Hamilton. Pass to Stewart. That one falls, and a nice feed from Lainey Hamilton.
A shot like that is in Stewart's comfort zone. And that's just a result of her determination and really more so her confidence. And it's pretty hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the stats monitor, there's a stark discrepancy. When you look at the assist column, and you see that difference as far as fluidity in their respective offenses, too. So there's hot guys, and there's really hot. They can't miss.
Sometimes an individual will go on a shooting tear like this, but a whole team?
This is special, Brian.
We're at the end of the first, and what a blowout already in this one. It's the Storm opening a huge gap. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter two. And we'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move into the second. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Storm team out there.
This team's on the same page. They're right where they need to be on offense.
Yeah, they're on the same page, the same chapter, whatever you want to call it. And they're hitting their scorers right when they need to, making scoring just easy for them.
Now Johannes. Jones outside. Misses and close.
That's a surprise. Out of character for her to miss those when the D's not right in her face.
And the Storm, another break.
Oh, they're getting their points now almost exclusively from three-point range. 4 of their last 5 makes from beyond the arc.
And the defense practically giving them those shots.
And they'll take them. Their rebounding has been a big key to their success in this game.
It really has been a completely one-sided battle on the boards. These defenders better start closing down their shooters.
Yeah, that's 2 straight from long range.
Got a piece of it. Unhindered going all the way. Here's Cook. And the Storm, another break.
Push the tempo relentlessly. That's what they've done. And fast break buckets, they've been a big factor in this game.
And despite their pace of play, they seem like the fresher team, just running the defense ragged.
And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. 2 open that time, made it look easy.
They've been the hotter team in the first half so far, guys.
Well, they've been grinding, working for those high percentage shots, and it's been paying off for them.
And let's see if this success continues to go as we get longer into this game.
Pass to Johannes. To the wing, right side. Now Jones. Malunga covering. To the paint. Just 5 on the clock. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Such a height mismatch out there on the perimeter, and they give up the three-pointer.
Looking to end the run. Here's Jones. It's rebounded by Seattle.
This offense just seems completely deflated.
While at the other end, it's one bucket after another. This run is really getting out of hand.
Making it ugly.
Hits it from three-point range.
She might not be the top sharpshooter in this league, but that's not a shot that D can afford to give to her.
On the wing, Rebecca Allen. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. To the inside. Pass to Phoebish. Now here's Jones. Malunga covering. Here's Phoebish. It's tipped! And here's Cook. She's got 6. And again, Seattle with the triple.
Well, I'm a big fan of the fact that she's getting the touches she needs here after not scoring a point in the first quarter.
And it's the Storm on the break. Here's Samuelson. And the Storm, another break.
Out in the open, Samuelson is a nice finisher in transition and never afraid to push it.
Pass to Phoebish. Jones. Malunga covering. And it's Malunga with the foul. That is the first foul of the game.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
Sabali. Here's Johannes. 4 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range. And again, it's the Liberty missing.
Well, this is a day that she would like to forget. Just hasn't had the energy to get it done out there. Still without a point.
And now this is just getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this up much longer.
When was the last time they missed, Tim? This is just a remarkable shooting display.
They're putting on a clinic.
Now Johannes. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And the ball out of play. The Storm will have it.
Substitution on the court.
And here's Heidemann. She's got 24. Dominique Golunga for 3. Good on the triple.
Of all the players you want to leave open out on the perimeter, she is the last person on the list.
Pass to Sabali. Shot to end the cold run. And that's 2 points on the layup.
In the paint, Sabali has the tools to be dominant. Look at her muscle her way to the shot there.
Here's Holmes. And again, Seattle with the triple. Ball's knocked loose. A solo fast break. Here's Horston. And the Storm, another break.
Let me tell you, it's pretty simple. They're giving away too many transition points.
And it's okay to give up a few if you're getting them back on the other end, but that's just not the case here.
Jones can't hit.
And you know, honestly, if you're looking for the main reason they're trailing in this game, look no further than her shooting. She's hit exactly 0% of her shots tonight.
And that one's good. Horston.
Making just enough threes to keep the D honest. Jordan Horston.
Now here's Gardner. D right on her. Here's Jones. The kick out to Ionescu. Gardner. Clock at 6. Outside Stewart. And the 3 off target.
They had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And when she's open like that, you don't see her miss that sort of look very often.
Look, I'll be honest, I wasn't really sure if she could even keep this up, but she has, so bravo.
And they double up Sabrina Ionescu. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Storm on the break. Here's Brown. And the Storm, another break.
Great job by this team pushing the ball. Brown able to cash in on the break.
Tipped away. Out of bounds. Liberty ball as New York keeps possession. So both teams changing it up here. And they're getting beat up pretty bad out there.
Yeah, you know, they can't keep up the status quo. They've got to make some changes.
Yeah, this game will be over quickly. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Ionescu. Hauled in by Magdalor. Here's Holmes. And the 3 ball is good.
Yeah, she's going to force them to make some adjustments. That's her 4th triple of the half.
Now here's Gardner. She's covered by Brown. Pass to Gardner. To the right side.
2 minutes remaining.
Ionescu outside. And she was camped there in the lane. And she gets a 3-second call.
Liberty substitution. Jonquel Jones. Laney Henry.
And here are the Storm now. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Launches a 3, and again, Seattle with the triple.
This is an absolute monster performance from her. She is just torching them from behind the arc.
Oh, and the fast break for the Storm. Here's Holmes. And again, Seattle with the triple.
That's her 5th three-pointer of the half, filling it up.
Right side, Stewart. New York, no good that time either.
It hasn't been a very good day for her, guys, and her team really needs her, desperately needs her to start burying those shots.
Scoring well here at the midway point and starting to put some distance between them.
Yeah, they're padding that lead bit by bit, and offensively, they just continue to roll, Tim.
Absolutely, Brian. Have to continue playing with this intensity.
Here's Leanie Hamilton. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch. Pass to Brown. Lets it go from deep. And the Storm, another three.
Yeah, she's a big reason why they have the lead because, look, she's made all of her field goals so far and remains a hot hand.
She tries for three. Lucky 7 drops right in. She's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
Her efficient scoring. A nice lift to their offense tonight.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Another steal. Out on her own on the break. Here's Heidemann. And the Storm, another three.
Yeah, with that conversion, they continue to make the most of all these turnovers here.
Absolutely easy buckets the other way, and that's what you've got to do with miscues. Convert them to points.
Stewart misses. A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. It's the Storm just dominating this one. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Getting back to the action now, it's been a one-team show so far, but we'll see if that changes. And we've seen Horston really having a solid game.
Well, in a game this important, we knew they were going to need a big performance from her, and in that first half, she delivered.
But here in the second, the stakes are raised even higher. So she's going to have to continue to give them someone to lean on.
New York now. Now here's Gardner. Quiet so far offensively, searching for first points of the game. Horston with it. And the Storm, another three.
What a top-notch game she's having. And really, she's got her team in front. And it sure seems like she's going to keep them there if she can continue to play like this.
And that one's good. Jones.
Great job by Jones. So good at gaining ideal positioning and capitalizing.
Here's Horston. And the Storm, another three.
She's their go-to scorer, and when she shoots the ball like she has today, that is what the scoreboard usually looks like.
Outside, Stewart. Knocked loose. And the fast break for the Storm. Here's Heidemann. The three-pointer is on target.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They're 3 for 3.
Here's New York now. Outside, Stewart. Jones. And a great assist by Brianna Stewart as that one goes in.
That's a heads-up play right there, guys. Not just on the assist, but also on the finish.
Pass to Heidemann. For three. Drains the three-pointer.
That would be 4 in a row for them now as they have come out racing out of the gate to start the second half.
Ezzy Magagor with the steal. Here's Horston. And the Storm, another three.
Performing at such a high level. They've got her to thank for this lead.
Pass to Ionescu. Now Stewart. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Jones. Second chance shot. Back to Stewart. Gardner. Here's Ionescu. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still come up empty.
They've shown some strength in the paint. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly, guys. They've been absolutely dominant.
And they could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Yeah, too many empty possessions. I mean, it's simple. They need points.
And they double up Sabrina Ionescu. And a bit of a battle for the ball, and the official signals a jump ball there. Here's Holmes, covered by Ionescu. And the Storm, another three.
Amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect in this half.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Ezzy Magagor gets that shot out of here. Pass to Heidemann. Fires from deep. Gets it to go from downtown.
This is a nice third quarter surge they've got going on right now.
Yeah, and it's a great time to get hot, just as we get into the meat of the second half.
Absolutely. Build some distance. Try to get things going.
3, Magagor. And the Storm, another three.
When you keep turning it over like they have, you just give your opponent the chance to get out and run.
And it's come back to bite them so often today.
Knocks it loose. And stolen by Brown. One-on-one fast break. For 3. She just can't miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
They come out of halftime smoking hot from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and as hot as they are from out there, there's absolutely no reason not to just keep letting them fly.
I agree, Brian. We should all have the green light. Another miss. She's having an ugly game offensively.
The tray connects from three-point range.
It's been all one-way traffic here. They've really been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get.
It just keeps increasing.
Here's Horston. And she has 42.
What's got into her today? This is getting ridiculous.
Now Stewart. Outside, Lainey Hamilton. No good. Unable to end this run. Here's Holmes. And the Storm, another three.
This is crazy. Every shot they're taking right now is finding the mark.
Literally every shot. They just aren't missing.
Pass to Heidemann. Fires for 3. And again, Seattle with the triple.
You simply cannot say enough about the quarter she's having. I mean, every one of her attempts has gone down.
Inside. Here's Stewart. A rebound by Holmes. And here are the Storm now. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half.
Another bucket for Magagor. She's feeling it tonight. They have to continue to run offense for her.
Down low. Here's Stewart. And it's Seattle with the rebound. And here's Horston. She has 45 points.
A great player to have on your team. Horston can play all over the floor and do everything.
Now here's Stewart. She's tightly guarded. side, Lainey Hamilton. Just 5 to shoot. Sabrina Ionescu, plenty of space. And she can't stop this drought. Another miss. Here's Heidemann. And again, Seattle with the triple.
It's nice to see she's found her rhythm here in the third quarter. And you can see her confidence. Everything she's putting up from long range, it seems to be going down.
Ionescu has it. Now McGregor defending. Ezzy McGregor with the steal. The 3-ball. And the Storm, another break.
No hesitation in transition, and they have a big margin in that department.
Yeah, the fast break can yield such easy buckets. They've made the most of their chances. The defense not able to get set, and you've got a running start to the rim.
Pass to Horston.
2 minutes remaining in the play.
Tries a 3, sinks the three-pointer.
They've been very sound offensively in the second half.
And there's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
And you kind of wonder what was one team talking about in the locker room and what was the other.
And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Now here's Brown. She's got 27. And again, Seattle with the triple.
Love it whenever Brown shoots while in rhythm, being assertive, stopping on a dime and pulling up.
That's tipped. Pass to Heidemann. There's the triple. And again, Seattle with the triple.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition 3-ball right there. The defense was in position to block her path to the hoop if she took it inside.
Out of bounds. Liberty ball as New York keeps possession.
Liberty substitution. Number 0, Satu Sabuli.
To the middle. Here's Stewart. It's deflected.
Well, with Horston's ability to play the guard or forward position, it makes her that much tougher on the defensive end.
Shoots a 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
She's having one of those days where if she takes it, she makes it.
Left side Stewart. And stolen by Horston. And here they come. Moving it up. Out to the wing. Here's Heidemann. And again, Seattle with the triple.
Needed a good, quick release on that three-pointer because she knew she was giving up a lot of height in that matchup.
You nailed it, Tim. That quick release was the key. Any hesitation, and that shot's blocked.
It's 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock.
All the three-pointers coming off her fingers have been right on the money.
Pass to Sabali. They need this. Ezzy McGregor. Get that shot out of here.
Goes to New York.
And the Liberty making the change here.
Leonie Feetish. Rebecca Gardner. Maureen Johannes.
Pass to Sabali. Jones. And can't cash in from close range. Three-pointer McGregor.
Oh, man, they are firing on all cylinders. That shot puts 3 more points onto their run going into the final quarter.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Storm out in front, delivering the blowout. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Welcome back. Fourth quarter of action starting up in what has been a one-side show. And it's the Storm with the ball. It's Melbourne. Good on the three-point shot.
That type of D, it's just not going to cut it. They got to get a hand in her face. Too good of a shooter.
Now here's Ionescu. Defense right on her. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Releases. And she can't answer back the three-pointer offline. Three-pointer. And again, Seattle with the triple.
I'm not the biggest fan of that shot, but guess what? She had the space to get it off, so why not?
An easy 2 points on the layup.
Gotta appreciate how Ionescu reads the defense. Terrific job of finding the open teammate there.
And this has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a very nice job of extending their lead.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Since the start of the fourth, Brian, that three-point shot has really been there for them.
Yeah, doing an excellent job, Tim, of finding the open teammate on the perimeter this quarter. The three-pointer is a major weapon for them right now.
Launches it. Hits the three-point bomb.
One of the purest strokes in the game. Samuelson, a feared player from beyond the arc.
Pass to Fibish. Last quarter play, about 2 minutes in now. Ionescu outside. Both loose. And the fast break for the Storm. It's Melbourne. And the Storm, another three.
And now this is just getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this up much longer.
When was the last time they missed, Tim? This is just a remarkable shooting display.
They're putting on a clinic.
Ionescu outside. Gardner. Shot clock at 5. From deep, Satu Sabali. New York, no good that time either. And they're in complete control.
Everything they're doing, it's been working out. Wow.
Here's Cook. And again, Seattle with the triple.
He's had such a steady hand. And I think watching this game, she's the one responsible for getting them this lead late.
Yeah, her shooting percentage is unreal right now. Just so dependable here today.
Out of bounds. Liberty ball as New York keeps possession.
In for Liberty, number 23, Maureen Johannes.
Clock at 2. Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu.
Even without that three ball dropping for her, the defense should have done way more on that last play.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be better as a coach. You can't stand seeing her having that much space to get her shot off.
Poked away. And it's the Storm on the break. Here's the three. And the Storm, another three.
This is a tremendous personal run she's on. The kind we've seen her have so many times in the past.
Pass to Fibish. Johannes. Here's Ionescu. 5 on the clock. Now Fibish. Here's Johannes. One-on-one fast break. Here's Cook. And again, Seattle with the triple.
It's been a humongous fourth quarter for her, especially from long range. She's in a groove. That tray has been deadly.
And it's the Storm on the break. It's Melbourne. And again, Seattle with the triple.
It's been all about tempo and pace with them, and it's led them to a big advantage in fast break points.
It's a big reason they're in front, Tim. All that early offense, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed
and
it.
This is a team that loves to go up and down the floor, Brian. We love to watch it.
What a performance. It seems like every three she shoots is going to go in. I mean, she is in the zone.
Melbourne. And she's good on the three ball.
She's had a lot of bounce in her step this quarter. What a stretch it's been for her.
Pass to Sabali. And here's Johannes. Over Dolson. And Stephanie Dolson with the block.
A tremendous shot blocker. Dolson's length at 6'5" and defensive IQ lead the slots. Since halftime, she has been cash money from beyond the arc. When she's this hot, the green light doesn't get any greener.
Right side, Sabali. Back to Ionescu. Over Dolson. And she can't stop the run as that misses. Here's Samuelson. And the Storm, another break.
Huge night for Samuelson, her team putting her in good positions. And Katie Lou cooking.
Some tough offensive sets, and they really want to turn it around.
They got to lock in and need a basket just to regain some momentum. It's a little bit easier to go strong to the hoop, but they'll take that three.
On offense, here the Liberty. Pass to Gardner. And it's rejected. Here's Cook. And the Storm, another three.
Until she cools off, I'd keep the ball right in her hands.
And so it looks like Liberty will retain possession here. Now here is Ionescu. Tight defense on her. Another steal. Now Melbourne. And the Storm, another three.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taking advantage of a tired defense.
Outside Stewart, trying to get back on track, and she lays it up and in.
Took advantage of some shoddy D there. They got to at least get a finger on her.
Here's Samuelson, and the Storm, another three.
So there's hot guys, and there's really hot. They can't miss.
Sometimes an individual will go on a shooting tear like this, but a whole team?
This is special, Brian.
Pass to Stewart. Lainey Hamilton. Back to Stewart. And it's Dolson with the rebound. Samuelson outside. This one for three. And the Storm, another three.
What a smooth J. Samuelson is pure. Someone who has perfected her release.
Pass to Ionescu. It's a deflection. Here's Melbourne. And Hamilton covering. And again, Seattle with the triple.
Get comfy in your chair. She is putting on a show right now.
Yeah, just filling it up with relative ease.
And stolen by Dolson. Beyond the arc, sinks the triple.
And give Dolson all the credit, working her tail off to be in position to convert in transition.
Now here's Gardner. He's covered closely. And here's Melbourne. From deep. And again, Seattle with the triple.
Terrific run to put this ballgame away.
And now let's see just how much longer they keep that foot on the accelerator.
They got to keep it on the accelerator to the finish line.
Castellini Hamilton. To end the run. Good. And Sabrina Ionescu gets the dime.
She always knows where her teammates are going to be, and she'll have that ball there waiting for them.
And again, Seattle with the triple.
Boy, not too much respect shown to her by the defenders.
Now Stewart, pass to Jones. The rebound by Melbourne. 3 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. That's good. Gardner with it. Samuelson with the steal. Here's Malunga. makes it off the glass. Ionescu outside.
Bronco Jones for long range.
Miss. So Seattle takes this one by a big margin. And that'll wrap it up.
16.